Hello everybody and welcome back to the Jank Diver Gaming channel. Today what are we doing? Why are we doing this? We're playing Song of Creation combo in, I guess, historic ranked? Bronze historic rank. Here we come, y'all. Watch out. Here's the name of the game. We want to resolve this card, Song of Creation. And when it's on the battlefield, you cast a spell, you draw 2 cards. You combine that with the Cheerios, the 0 mana spell, Stone Coil Serpent, Tormod's Crypt, Mox Amber, the non-creature spells being more important, to kind of dig through your deck, chain off a bunch of spells, kill your opponent with a Grape Shot. You need to cast a ton of spells. It is not foolproof. You can run out of mana and then discard your entire hand and concede and look embarrassed. But it's very glass cannon. I would find that it fizzles a lot. It's not like a deterministic win, but it is super fun to play for one person at the table and one person only. And that's you if you're comboing off and your opponent if you're not, because this deck does absolutely nothing if you're not comboing. If you don't draw this card or this card gets countered or your opponent thought seizes it, you have 0 other ways to win. There's no backup plan. A couple important things here as far as the other cards go. Since this card is super important, we want to find it every single game. So we have 4 shimmers, 4 communes. Shout out to, I think, Mop People, who added this card to the list from wherever they found it. Theo and Mop People from our Discord server are the ones who I think were just tuning this deck a little bit, trying it out, having a little bit of fun. But yeah, we want to find Song of Creation every single time. So the shimmers and the communes help with that. We have another very important card here, an offer you can't refuse. It is very important to know, if you try this deck out for yourself, you cannot generate mana from having no mana. Let's assume that you've tapped all your lands to cast this. You've played all of your extra lands for the turn, your 1 additional land, and you have used that for something. If you have no untapped mana, there's no way to then generate mana. Mox Amber doesn't tap for anything at all in this deck. It's a complete blank, which means you have to find a way to generate mana to be able to continue comboing off and cast your Grape Shot. And the way you do that is by casting an offer you can't refuse on your own Cheerios, your 0 mana spells here. So you counter your Mox Amber. Well, you use 1 mana, you counter your Mox Amber, you generate 2 mana, so you're +1 there. And then you'll do that a couple times. Hopefully you find Underworld Breach, which is the way you get a deterministic win. Once you're comboing off and you find this, it basically means game over. You use Pact of Negations to stop your opponent's counter spells and interaction, but also you can counter your own spells once you're comboing off to just draw additional cards. So your Pact of Negations act like additional Cheerio type cards. And it's pretty good for the deck. If you're playing against a known counter spell in your opponent's hand, it's good to draw into pacts as well. It's a little bit glass cannon. I added a second Grape Shot because I thought that was just kind of the lazy way to go about things, is to just draw the second Grape Shot instead of doing the Underworld Breach thing and saves you a bunch of clicks. This is a very clicky deck. Do not play this on mobile. I've tried it on mobile. It's a nightmare, but that's the name of the game here. We're going to play, I don't know, probably like 3 matches just to show what the deck does, because again, it's fun when you're comboing off, but it is probably not fun for the person you're playing against. You know, they came out on a Tuesday night. They might only get 1 night to play Magic. Their work week has been just really tough. They come out to play and, you know, they sit down against Mana Rocks playing Song of Creation combo and Bronze historic rank, and suddenly they're not having fun anymore. We're up against Luris. That means nothing to me, not playing Constructed. I always assume low curve aggro deck, but who knows? It could be Cyclone. It could be some control deck like creatureless, permanentless control deck or something like that. We have a shimmer to hopefully find our Song of Creation. We've got 3 mana to get going. We've got a bunch of 0 mana spells. So if we find Song and 1 additional mana source, I think we're okay. So we'll keep this. All right, we're playing against some nonsense. Let's go Triome. There's the 4th mana source. Now we need to find a Song, get to turn 4, and resolve it. This is just going to be like, oh, we're against RS. That's fine. Offer you can't refuse. So we have an option here to play Mox Amber, counter it, and be able to cast a Song next turn. I don't know how quickly. Can this kill us in 2 turns? Might be able to kill us in 2 turns. Guess we'll find out. What we're going to do is try to find our Song of Creation first. We did find it, so we need to survive till turn 4. I don't know, maybe this can kill us in 2 turns. Would be pretty gnarly. I might be able to win on my next turn. It's pretty important to hold these until after you've cast the song. Sometimes you do it to ramp into it. But like I said, this is your main way of generating mana to continue comboing off. Okay, so we go land, Mox Amber, offer you can't refuse. Then we have no other spells, so I think I'm going to play this very safe here. Play a tap land, pass the turn. The opponent plays 4 auras, that's like +8/+8. Selfless Savior's fine. Again, we don't care about our opponent's life total. Them gaining life would be kind of annoying. They probably have some sort of interaction, but we have the Pact of Negations for that. I'm just gonna pass here. Taking 6 right now. So we have a pact for whatever counterspell they have. I can't imagine auras plays pact. But the cool thing about this deck is you can kind of ignore what the opponent's doing. Yep, that all happens. Draw your cards. So taking 9 currently. Usually want about like 4 or 5 life to spare so you can shock in lands if you need to. Again, we don't have like a deterministic win here, but we do have spells. We're also against the big show. Alright, opponent going all in on Spirit Dancers. And we're gonna take our turn now and see if it wins, and if it doesn't, we die, because we can't beat this. Discard. Hopefully we get to show what this does. Ignore that. Alright, so we're gonna play Song of Creation. And then we're gonna play our additional land. And we're gonna start comboing off. Pretty important to go full control here. Okay, so we have 2 mana to mess around with now. I'm gonna let these resolve individually. I guess I should put a pact on the stack. No, I should not. Okay. Okay, good. We've got 2 stone coils to start things off, and we got 2 extra mana. Oh, we got all the stone coils. All right, let's cast some stone coils. Cast more stone coils. Uh-oh, these are all bricks. All right, so now we are gonna resolve this individually. All right, we can cast a commune, resolve pact. Rather, what you want to do here is put pact on the stack, resolve the trigger. See if you draw what's this card called? Offer you can't refuse before you let the pact resolve. Strike it rich as a redraw. Strike it. Okay, we got a Tormod's Crypt there. We need to desperately find a offer you can't refuse here. Okay, doing good. Let's go Mox Amber. There we go. Now we start generating mana. You usually don't deck yourself. And now I think we just need to find Grape Shots. Let that happen. Go Tormod's Crypt again. Resolve that. Offer Tormod's Crypt. So we're up to 4 mana. We got a bunch of communes. We are out of free spells. I guess we've got a strike that's a redraw. It doesn't cost you mana at all. Just lets you draw 2. All right, Grape Shot's at 16. And we are officially out of zeros, so as long as we keep 2 mana up, we're fine. Commune will draw us 2 more cards and then find a land or something, and then I think that Crypt is going to do it. Underworld Breach basically guarantees it, but I'm going to cast Tormod's Crypt and hopefully avoid having to use that. All right, there we go. Mox Amber. Grape Shot is at 19. I'm going to cast 1 more for posterity's sake. This is why you don't play on mobile. I got fat sausage fingers, so it's kind of hard to click these. And there's second Grape Shot, not that we need it. Grape Shot. Ba-boom. And it does make you kind of click the thing 20 times. It doesn't have the... Oh, take off full control. This doesn't have the feature that Moto has where you can have a storm spell save the target and just have all the storm spells kind of choose the same thing. You have to actually individually click. Like I said, it's a very clicky deck. It's kind of fun to watch it go off. It's like I said, the opponent's probably not having fun here, but I've noticed you get a wide range of opponents. Some of them, again, you're playing bronze, so you're going to play against people who haven't really encountered this sort of thing before, and maybe they want to see it happen, or you play against people who know that the other person is kind of doing their thing and just, you know, want them to have their fun, or you play against people who just concede. You know, also, you shouldn't scoop what mid combo. Like, if you were somehow against this deck, you should not scoop mid combo because the deck can just fizzle. But if you see the Grape Shot for 20 and you're at 20, like, go ahead and scoop. But it is very gracious of opponents to kind of let it play out. It's always fun to watch the the Grape Shots go off. Okay, there you go. You saw Song of Creation do its thing. Again, you see that it gets kind of dicey. We have like 15 cards in our hand and still kind of, you know, fingers crossed that we draw into another free spell or something like that. It would be a huge upgrade to this deck to be able to replace the Stone Coil Serpents with another non-creature spell, another 0 mana non-creature spell. I think actually, for what it's worth, the Stone Coil Serpent should just be Ornithopters because that saves you a click on X. You can just cast Ornithopter and it won't prompt you to click anything for X. So it's not like hard casting a Stone Coil Serpent is ever going to win you the game. But more 0 mana non-creature spells would be a huge improvement because that gives you more possibilities to counter your own spells with an offer you can't refuse. This hand, we are on the draw. We've got 2 of these. That's usually pretty good. It's a very slow hand. Could cast an offer on our own Mox Amber to generate mana. I think this one's a mulligan. It's just super slow. Tap lands. We don't have a song. We need 2 more mana. We're going to use 2 of our own spells to generate mana. I think we mulligan this one. We always put Grape Shot on the bottom. Bye-bye, Grape Shot. All right. We need to find a Song of Creation. See what we're up against again. Kurt Herd. Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize GG. All right. Like I said, your deck is very bad against Thoughtseize. For what it's worth, I don't care if my opponent Thoughtseizes any of these. Strike It Rich is the card. I hope they don't Thoughtseize, but don't particularly care. Oh, Pact of Negation? If they're Esper control, that makes a lot of sense. I'm going to keep an offer in my hand and just play a Triome. Let's see if they're Esper here. Could just be black-white. Youthful Valkyrie, so they're angels. Okay, we drew another Pact, which isn't necessarily good. We're going to cast this. And then I just need to draw a Song of Creation here. So what I think I'm going to do is give me the mana to be able to cast Song of Creation next turn. If that's what I find. Because I have 2 spells I can cast. Another Valkyrie. We've got a couple turns here. This isn't a super aggressive start from opponent. Looks like they're missing a land as well. Alright, show me Song, show me Shimmer, show me... I could cast Stone Coil Serpent, which is kind of funny. I might do that. Flank and block whatever. Are we casting Stone Coil after saying that we never cast Stone Coil Serpent? I suppose that's the thing I'm allowed to do. Opponent's only attacking me for 3 though. Let's just give ourselves more mana, I think, and pass. It's just so important not to use your 0 mana spells. Kapow. Alright, Shimmer's good. That's pretty bad though. I'm going to put another 0 mana spell in my hand. Doesn't really matter which one. So this is one of those games where we might just not find the song and then die. Because now we're taking, what, 5? Down to 8. And then an angel kills us next turn. Alright, Commune could get us there. Okay. Suppose we're going to make a chump block and Stone Coil Serpent here. We could technically pact something. So, dug through a lot of cards with that Shimmer. Dug through 7 additional cards, so 20 cards deep, no Song of Creation is kind of rough. So we got one more turn, or else we die. And that's okay, that's what you sign up for here. But you can see again, like this is one of those, oh, had I drawn the song, I probably would win. Got another Giada. That's a big Giada. Alright. Song or bust. We found land. Let's give him the GG and pass. Or rather, scoop, I should say. Again, not a deterministic win if we drew the song, but just to showcase both ends of it. If you don't draw song, you literally cannot do anything at all. There's nothing this deck does. Maybe you can cast enough spells to grape shot off a bunch of little small creatures, but we'll play a couple more. That's a good showing for both halves of the spectrum here. Win in one turn or do nothing for the entire game. Nice little dichotomy of branch and decision paths there for you. We're against Ranked Naked. Or maybe it's Ranked Naked. Here, okay, this is a good hand. So we can play Offer on turn 1. We could turn 2 Song of Creation. Get underneath counter spells. That means throwing an Offer you can't refuse under the bus. I think I'm going to go for the turn 2. So we play a land, we have Song, we Stone Coil. Could also even wait a turn depending on what my opponent's playing. If they play like Land of War Elves or something. Hallowed Fountain makes me want to go for it. Still in full control. Alright, I think we wait a turn here. Maybe not. It's so important to get this underneath these sorts of decks. Maybe just having this on board is good enough. Okay, let's go for it. Just to have the song on board, I might have to start from scratch. But let's play Stone Coil. We have Pact, Commune. I only have 1 additional land drop this turn, so that doesn't work. So what I'm going to do is play a tap land, pass, discard my hand, and then hopefully draw spells. We've got the Song of Creation on board. Okay, opponent's piecing it together. Grape Shot. Wonderful. Well, I think we cast that. At least try to hit some land drops, right? Tormod's Crypt. And Stone Coil. And Grape Shot number 2. Wonderful. So I guess I'll just Grape Shot my opponent, and then this means we have to draw Underworld Breach since we've drawn both Grape Shots already. Yeah, I have a Tormod's Crypt on board. Maybe that's relevant. I don't know. Very unfortunate to draw the grape shots. Usually don't want to draw those. Okay, we're gonna lose a... Actually, I can cast Strike It. No, I can't cast Strike It Rich. Alright, we'll ship it. I have one cool thing about Strike It Rich is when you're in these positions where you had to pass the turn, Strike It Rich actually gives you something to cast from the graveyard in case you brick on your draw step. Against like Jeskai control or something like that. Yep. They're just going to keep up counter magic. It's fine. Cast another song, I guess. I'll keep the Strike It Rich because I might just brick here. And now we might actually draw more cards than we can keep up with. It's actually kind of good. Because I don't actually think I wanted that to resolve. Maybe I did. Let's find out. Commune, Stone Coil. Bear in mind I have additional land drop here, which I'm going to use to cast Commune. There's Mox Amber. Ooh, Commune, take Underworld Breach, and then if we can't go off this turn, that's GG. I'm gonna do it. Give me that Breach. Do I still have a land drop this turn? I do. So I think we just need to find an offer you can't refuse. We did not find it. So that's game over, I believe. Oh, never mind. We won. Woo, opponent got bored. Sorry. I don't think we can actually win anymore because both grape shots go to the graveyard. I can cast Underworld Breach, but then I can't generate any more mana for the turn. So I think that was a 100% loss there, but opponent got bored of us trying to figure it out. So you get some freebie wins when you combo off. To be fair, I don't necessarily want to sit through that stuff, so I don't do stuff like this very often. But let's go and do one more. I think you get the point, but it would be nice to have another clear W on the hands. That was one of those unfortunate ones where, again, it's always unclear whether or not you're supposed to do the counter your own thing early. This is a mulligan for sure. This is also quite bad. We need to find green mana, and then we might be okay. Put the Breach on the bottom. Breach on the bottom means we never draw the Breach, but don't necessarily need to. Alright, that's what we want to play against a red deck. Probably blue-red. Always blue-red. That's also quite good. That gives us the commune mana if we need to commune, but we'll wait till next turn. Good chance we don't actually need to commune. Dragon Range Channeler hitting us for 1. I like that. Thermal Alchemist. So maybe mono red. Kind of like quote-unquote budget mono red, if you will. Here we will commune. Find in... yeah, another land. That lets us play Song next turn with 2 hits and an additional land drop. And if I don't think my opponent's going to kill me, I could even wait and hopefully load up on a few more things. We'll see what the opponent does this turn and see how likely it is that I am going to die to a flurry of spells. If they put me down to a 10 this turn, which doesn't look like that's happening... Oh, maybe they are putting me down to 10. Yeah, so I'm at 10. Essentially, because of this. Alright, well, we're going to try to combo off here. So... usually like to have the green mana available in case I need to cast a commune. Maybe that's not right. I might actually need the might need the offer you can't refuse. So I think we play this and then play this on blue. That might actually be correct. We also might just draw like a Breeding Pool and not have to make that decision. So let's see if we can go for it here. We got 3 hits right away. And we've got the additional land drop. Should have played land first, actually, in case I drew offer you can't refuse. Alright, we can delay that decision because offer you can't refuse can't counter Stone Coil. There's the Grape Shot. Alright, so now we're going to play blue because I want to be able to cast an offer you can't refuse while these things are on the stack if I draw into them. Alright, double land is bad hit. I wonder if this is going to end up being a grape shot my opponent's creature's turn. Double grape shot's kind of cool, but still need to draw the stuff that makes mana. Alright, as long as we keep hitting things, we're fine. Again, every time you draw a stone coil, that should be the first thing. Just digs you deeper to the things that you use to counter your own non-creature spells, so you kind of want to hold off. Wow, we're bricking pretty hard on that offer, which we haven't drawn one of them yet. I wonder if we stop here, but we have double grape shot. Alright, we'll go for it. There we go. Beautiful. Haven't drawn any pact of negations yet either. Alright, that's actually, I mean, that's a stone cold brick. Like, that's a brick right there. So, I mean, this might be one of those, we have to grape shard our opponent's creatures, discard, and then try to win with Underworld Breach, which is completely doable. Yeah, that's what I have to do. Because I can cast a 2-mana spell. Alright, we'll go for it here. So, deal... They might concede to their creatures being killed. Deal another one there. Take off full control. 1, 2, 3, 4. Send the rest upstairs. I wonder if you're supposed to drop some shimmers for things like Ornithopter and just up the number of 0 mana spells. Alright, so again, both grape shots are hitting the yard, so we're going to have to win with Underworld Breach. And discard our hand. But we have a Strike It Rich to kind of get going next turn. Burning Tree Emissary. Sure. Pyromancer, sure. So probably dead next turn. That's a brick. Oh, no. Alright. Sure thing, game. Again, I had to be in full control already. I would have countered that and drawn 2 more cards. Put us down to 2. Are we dead? Bolt. Burning Tree Emissary, sure. Okay, opponent's cheesing us there. We fizzled. I mean, this deck does fizzle. That's a thing that happens. Our bronze tier 1 infinite combo deck didn't quite get there. We're drawing the grape shots at the wrong moment. Fizzling a little bit too hard. Let's give it one more go and then we'll call it a set. I think we've won like a game, but that's fine. It's kind of what you sign up for here. That, I think, was a little unfortunate to not hear the see the offer you can't refuse is. This hand is decent. It doesn't actually have anything to counter here, but it does hopefully have an early song or release an on-curve song. And we have a shimmer to find whatever mana we're missing. So here's to not playing against Thoughtseize. Go for it. Champion of the Parish, zombies, snow zombies. All right, that's a good draw. Again, I can go for turn 3. I think I just want a shimmer here. 1, 2. Yeah, I just want a shimmer. Let's find a red source and pass. So now we just need to find a 4th land, I think. Seems like we're gonna have time. Just don't Thoughtseize me. Shambling Ghast. Get zombied up. Crypt Breaker's a good one. Cabal. Alright, that's not a 4th land. I guess I'm just gonna play this. Play this as a 3/3. If I don't get a 4th land, I might actually die. Alright, you get 1 stone coil to block. If opponent has to use a removal spell to kill it, that means they're probably not adding more zombies to the board. Blue. Blue mana. Fell Stinger. Sack the gas. Tap these 3, draw a card. Okay. Alright, fourth land, fourth land. Show me fourth land. Sweet. Alright, let's go for it. So we start with Song. We start with Stone Coil. Okay, we got Tormod's Crypt. We need to hit another land that can produce blue mana. Okay, that is a land that can produce blue mana. Let's play it. So we're out of land drops. Let's see what happens here. Strike it Rich is fine. Let's go ahead and generate some mana. More Strike it Riches are perfectly fine. So we got 2 redraws in hand. Pact is good, but that's not the one we want to pact. Let's strike it. Alright, need to really hit a 0 mana spell here. Super important. We did. We found Grape Shot. So Stone Coil for 0. Draw. Pact. Stone Coil. Okay, Mox Amber's good. Still need to hit more, whatchamacallits, more offers. There we go. Beautiful. So let's see what draws from offer. Okay, so now here we have 3 mana, which I think is when you get to the deterministic win with Underworld Breach. And this is where it gets very clicky. So we resolve that. We now start casting stuff from our graveyard. Exiling things that don't matter from our graveyard. And we just need to cast enough spells to Grape Shot here. And we want to counter that. Oh. 1, 2, 3. And we have a Stone Coil in our hand and a Pact to counter it and 2 mana. So now, yeah, we're just trying to get to Grape Shot range. Which means we only have to cast 4 more spells. Pact, Pact, Pact. We got some Mox Ambers. We've got Underworld Breach to recast some Mox Ambers. So I'm pretty sure we're just in there. That one was from the graveyard. Do we have one in our hand? No, so we will cast a Mox Amber from our graveyard. And then we will offer from our hand. Obviously, the graveyard and the hand have kind of bled together at this point. It's kind of hard to tell what's what. Strike it Riches or redraws if we need to up the storm count here. Opponent does have a treasure token, but I don't think that matters. All right, find Grape Shot for 18. Take off full control. Kabam. Sometimes when I'm playing this deck to practice and my daily is to kill like 20 of my opponent's creatures, I'll up the storm count on purpose just so I can throw a couple Grape Shots at my opponent's creature. I know, super naughty, but sometimes you just got to do it. We got the Grape Shot win here. Opponent, again, I wish there was an emote that said thank you or something, because Nears L and whoever was the big time let us just play through the combo, let it happen. I feel like I was playing pretty good pace there, though. This would be a deck that would be much easier to pilot in paper, I think, because you could handle your graveyard separately. You could kind of put down all these lands. Worth noting, if my opponent was able to like stop a Grape Shot or gain life, we have the means to make a bit more mana and cast the second Grape Shot. So we got we got one win off the back of completely not having a win con and the opponent just getting frustrated and scooping. And then we got two actual wins, and I think we lost all the other games in between. Some of them to our deck sucking, and some of them to just not drawing the right pieces, which is something that happens here. But I hope I don't know what the purpose of this video was. Was the purpose of this video to get people to enjoy this deck and play it more? What I am curious is, how would you improve this? Maybe second grape shot's not necessary, and like I said, it mattered. It kind of mattered in one game that I could cast a Stone Coil Serpent to jump block for a turn, but Ornithopter could have done that too, right? So maybe what we do to, I guess, improve the deck, if you will, or at least make it a little less clicky as we go down some Stone Coil Serpents, we add in some Ornithopters. And all that really does is make it so that when we cast our 0 mana spell, we don't also have to click what X is for Stone Coil Serpent. Also, yeah, if you're rare card light, if you're wild card light, Ornithopter doesn't cost you rare wild cards if you don't have the Stone Coil Serpents. Anyway, that's what we got here. Again, how would you improve this deck? What do you think would make this deck, from the cards that are currently on Arena, work a little bit better? I think this is probably about as close to the best build that you're going to get. Again, second Grape Shot might not be necessary. Maybe you want second Underworld Breach instead. There might be a better card that digs than Shimmer, but I do like the Communes quite a bit. I think some of our players, Theo and Mop, were trying out Reckless Impulse, but I think these are just generally better. Just let you plan a little bit better. But you saw everything that the deck was trying to do there. I hope, even if my opponents didn't have fun, I hope you all had fun. And I'm open to suggestions here. Hey, and like I said, I'm not a constructed player. I usually focus on limited and cube. But if you have suggestions for stuff like this, this is the type of stuff I like to play, just super gimmicky constructed decks. So send me some lists. I'll see if I can hop on and play them here and there. That being said, close things out here. We are primarily a cube producing YouTube channel, or community, if you will. You can find the Jank Diver Gaming Discord down below in the description. That's where we host our weekly cube drafts. We do peasant cube drafts on Wednesdays. We do unrestricted cube drafts on Sundays, both of those at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. We do have partnership with a program called Match Arena, which means that participants in our cube drafts actually get to win gems for Arena, and there's no cost to enter. You just have to come, have a good time, be a good person, play some cube, and have fun. If you're interested in getting in on that, come join that Discord down below. And if you like content like this or any of the other content that's been put up on this channel recently, feel free to subscribe and let me know what sort of content people like. Still getting hang of kind of producing videos again and seeing just kind of what's out there and how, you know, all the hardware works and stuff like that. So thanks for hanging out. This has been fun to play. It's been fun to play and fun to lose and fun to win. So hope you had a good time. My name is Timothy with Jank Diver Gaming. I'll see you all next time.